Anyway, well, we've got our group assembled and we're ready to go. As I mentioned before, Jedi was good enough to send us through a list of quotes, and it's very relevant to what we're going to talk about tonight. It's a list of Rey's 15 greatest quotes from the Star Wars sequel trilogy. Are you ready for this?
The show drinker.
I'm not sure.
Here and I'm like, what are we going to talk about? And then you're like, Rey's 15 greatest quotes. Like, oh, spoiled.
I legit, because I think we talked about this before. Like, I've been now with Rey for 3 entire movies. What is that, like 8 hours at least of content? And I still don't know a single thing about her.
Nothing.
I don't know anything about her personality. I don't know who she is. I got nothing.
She's very good, though.
Because I made you watch Chris Stuckman reviews. Is that what's happening?
I think it is, yeah.
Wow.
No,
she's like a male order bride.
After having watched Chris Stuckman reviews, I can say that Rey is a good character because I liked her. And she has interesting development. She's played by Daisy Ridley, who has also been in such movies as... no, I got nothing, actually.
Tricky, you were there when we did check out his Force Awakens review, were you?
I was not there. No, I had to leave.
Did I inform you about it? I can't remember.
Don't think so.
Oh my God, this gets funnier every time that I get to tell people about this.
Okay.
I have the book in front of me, of course, because it's my Bible. This is a part of Chris Stuckman's review of The Force Awakens.
It's his book. Sorry. Okay.
Yes, there are several paragraphs here, but there's one that struck me as the most interesting that I shall read now. And it says, I loved this film, and I honestly feel that in years to come, and especially with future releases, it will garner great respect.
Oh, man.
Poorly aged things.
Yep.
He even says, hell, The Empire Strikes Back received a surprisingly lukewarm response upon its initial release in 1980.
You can always rely on Chris for the corporate approved studio mandated takes on anything, really. Yeah, great insight
he pictured this like utopia for Star Wars going forward after TFA, but in reality it's this like burning, death-ridden fucking chasm of poison. You're like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
How big's his book?
Wait, what was that? Sorry.
How big's his book?
Oh, like the book isn't.
It's a pamphlet.
It's a 50 movies recommendations book. It's called the Film Buff's Bucket List.
Oof.
The hilarity, of course, being that he recommends films that I don't think you've not heard of a single one of these, Drinker, and I'm going to go ahead and hazard a guess you've seen every one on this list.
You probably, yeah.
Which is a really weird film buff bucket list to tell people you should see Lord of the Rings, Pirates of the Caribbean, and X-Men 2.
Well, the funny part is it's only Return of the King that's on that list.
Yes, the other two don't make it on.
Yeah,
you got to make sure you see Return of the King. All right,
it's a pretty weird list.
You can come into that, yeah. No, it was quite the experience the other night when we watched his best movies of 2023, and his justification were fantastic. It was pretty much, I like this movie because I thought it was good. Moving on.
It's crazy seeing it back to back, like over and over, how vapid he is. He just has nothing to say for someone who loves film as much as he claims to. It's weird.
Yeah.
Did he have any good takes throughout that whole thing?
The problem was it was hard to. There was so he just says film good or film. He doesn't even allowed to say film bad anymore.
Yeah.
He made a video about how he can't say film bad. So really, I mean, that the most controversial thing we read all night is his Signs review from this book. He says that everybody misunderstood Signs, and that it's really good.
It's funny because like the closest he got to acknowledging that last year was a fucking calamitous disaster for Hollywood was to say there were some movies that didn't quite connect with audiences in the way that they were hoping for.
This is where we need to go.
Ooh, so engaging. Like listening to that, you're just like, why are you dancing around just saying that it's been pretty bad? Why can't you just say that? It's not that hard.
What's been bad? Star Wars?
Oh, definitely Star Wars. If
let's see if we can't ruin my buzz right now.
Let's see if we can get on track with this. We'll kick things off with some light-hearted quotes from the sequel trilogy. So these are some of Rey's pearls of wisdom that will really give you an insight into who she is. Number 1, I know all about waiting. That's it.
Yeah, me too. I've been to the airport before.
I am demonically familiar with the sequels, and I'm not even sure when that.
It's when she was cleaning BB-8, and like he was waiting for Poe, and like, oh, I'm familiar with waiting. It's when they first got to know each other. I find it weird. Like, I feel like I'm gonna remember almost every single one of these. That's how little she had to say.
Number 2, stop taking my hand! Exclamation mark.
I know that one.
Yep, there you
I
go.
know that one.
That one's for you.
See,
Mark.
that tells you
quote.
a lot about
That's-
her. It tells you that she's strong and independent and doesn't.
That's in the
need
list
help
of
from
best
anyone.
quotes. I want to emphasize that best quotes.
Yeah, well,
That's
we've
when I-
now two of it. So
This next one I think sums up Disney's attitude towards Star Wars in general. The garbage will do.
Yeah.
yeah.
That can mean
one-
so many things.
Yeah, perfect.
Number 4, I didn't know there was this much green in the galaxy.
Oh, we
That's a-
still have more to go.
That's a reference to like one of her only like decent character traits, the fact that she had never seen green or like.
Yeah, that I think
nature.
you could have.
It's
You
the
could have
only
done
thing they
something
could have
with
done.
that.
Something. Yeah, it's the only thing that was like interesting about her.
I think that was maybe one of my only moments in TLJ where I thought that's a little bit of character work there, where she stands and puts her hand out when it's raining because she's just experiencing rain for the first time. Like,
Mhm.
okay,
Oh.
that's a tiny little piece of
We're begging.
character development.
We're
But
begging.
by 9, she can sail a boat.
Yeah. In a storm.
Yep. Captain of the High Seas. Yeah, I remember that.
Next one, you will remove these restraints and leave this cell with the door open. So that's
Oh,
taking
that
command
one.
of the
Yeah.
situation.
That's when I knew Star Wars was dead.
That's when the movie started falling apart for me on first watch. I was like, okay, this is what the Force is now. We're just. Yeah.
It's already over. I could feel it in my nutsack as it receded into my asshole.
Wow.
Next up, I need someone to show me my place in all of this. Now that was actually a studio note from Ryan Johnson, but they just left it in the script and gave it to Ray. So.
Then he said, "Look at this rock" instead. Like, he didn't help her at all. He sucked. Oh man.
Next up, acute observations of other people that she's able to make here. I've seen your daily routine. You're not busy.
Oh wow.
Oh
Scathing.
yeah, she says that to Luke because he's
Yeah.
he's just sucking on the milkies. You know, that's all he's doing.
Fishing.
This is
don't
where-
forget the fishing.
This is where she goes deep, right?
Oh boy.
Something inside me has always been there. But now
Ah.
it's awake and I'm afraid. I don't know what it is or what to do with it, and I need help. There you go.
Oh,
Wow. Yeah.
brilliant writing.
Then she showcases her romantic side. Do you have something? A towel or something you could put on?
Swallow red.
Okay.
And swallow.
Swallow red. How many push-ups did he do before that take, man? Like,
All of them.
poor Adam
Apparently a
Driver,
lot, yeah.
all the push-ups.
Just every time between takes. Next one, you underestimate Skywalker and Ben Solo and me. It will be your downfall. Brutal. That's
such
her
a cool
really
quote.
standing. She's really standing up for herself there. I don't know how Snoke could recover. Next up, this is where she's fearful and she's showing her vulnerability. Don't do this, Ben. Please don't go this way.
Oh, don't do this.
How many more want to
Please
left?
don't do this. I know.
Holding up the fucking contract with George
Yep.
Lucas. Please don't do this.
Please don't.
These scenes are so versatile. Like, there's so many things you could like reinterpret them as. It's so ridiculous.
Pretty much, yeah. I think that says a lot. It's like these lines could be uttered by anyone in any movie, anywhere. Like this one. People keep telling me they know me. I'm afraid that no one does.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa, profound. This one I think is my favorite. I did want to take your hand, Ben's hand.
Why? Why?
But she didn't want
Not
to take Finn's hand.
Ben's.
So
God.
she's clearly
So
got a
meaningful.
problem with Finn. Not
I wonder why, eh?
They just threw that relationship
Ray's
like
got a
out
deep
with
dark
that
secret
one.
inside of her. She can't tell anyone. We'll take Finn's hand, but we'll take Ben's.
She's got like a white hood in her closet somewhere.
Oh no.
What's that tattoo on your
No,
chest,
Ray.
Ray? It's a cross.
It's like, how did
Oh,
they miss
no.
all that? It's so bad.
This is where she gets romantic though and quite forceful. Be with me. So she's got just be with me. And we're going out on a high with the final one.
Ooh.
Oh God.
Ray Skywalker.
I thought you were going to say I'm all the Jedi, but yeah.
I thought you
Yeah,
were
no, how could they skip that
past
one?
the compressor.
Yeah.
Yeah. The quotes. Yeah,
I
there's
mean,
more
these are her greatest quotes according to Screen Rant, and I think they're quite profound.
Screen rant. How I wish it would burn up in a fire.
Yeah.
I just
Well,
found it
they
interesting-
probably will soon enough.
I found it interesting how just so many of them just really were worthless. Like anyone could have said them. There's not really anything significant, and like she had 3 movies. It's just shocking.
Well, don't worry. You got 3 more coming.
No,
No.